All right, it has been 1 week. I've been working overnights and too tired to do anything about anything. So I have a crazy haul between my haul, my mom's hauls. It's been a week of thrifting. And I had to put this out because tomorrow is garage sailing day and we're going to have a huge haul tomorrow. So here's what we have. I picked some random miscellaneous things, but there has been a ton and I'm really excited to show you. So there's going to be no order, no rhyme or reason. Some things valuable, some things not, but I'm showing you the things that I love. Actually, no, there's a lot of stuff I don't love, but those are things my mom bought. So I want to call her out publicly. Okay, so let's just start. So today we went to an estate sale and it was hosted by Treasure Hunt. Treasure Hunt is just a company that does estate sales. I told you about Grayson's, which is the worst, but Treasure Hunt, I found out, does moderately priced estate sales. And last time I went to one, it was the last day, so it was 50% off, which is typical. But this time it was the second day, so it was 25% off. So when I went to the last one, I got all kinds of stuff, like some pretty good stuff. But the highlight of that visit was this woman that was working there. I asked her, there was like a little like casita in the back. And I asked her, is there stuff in there? Can I go look? And she's like, yeah, that's why the door's open. And I was like, okay, thanks. Didn't want to overstep. So I show up this morning and there she is. Still being the worst, still being her. I mean, I got it because she deals with like the pushiest. I actually heard her like arguing with a woman when I walked up and they weren't even open yet. So I get it, but obviously like she's also the worst. So fast forward to our haul. This was the first thing, and we showed Alyssa our haul. I made the mistake of front loading. So I put the best stuff first. It's a thing that my mom does. I don't agree with it. It's a bad strategy when you're presenting anything to anyone. Don't start with your best. Start with moderate, worst, work to the best. So Alyssa loved these. I didn't know that she was gonna love them. I should have known she was gonna love them. But there's a bunch of them. And I showed them to my mom. They're feather art. And I said, what do you think about these? And she was like, yes, yes, and yes. Look at how cool this is. So funny thing about this, it's this cute little black frame, right? Really cute. No, it's not. It's electrical tape. They tricked us for $3. So those were super cute. Alyssa loved these. I was actually pretty excited. Gosh, I wish you could see them. Stupid light. But these are actual feathers. A person made these with feathers. It's incredible. So this my mom got, and I told Alyssa it's a piece of poo-poo. My mom said don't use the word poo-poo on the video. I'm using it anyway. So yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. But also we paid $1.50 for it. And here it is. Okay, so you know I love Tanala birds, and I found two little guys. Look at these little babies. I paid $1.50 for each of these. I thought that was a lot. My mom said it wasn't. But this estate sale had all of this beautiful Tanala pottery. And this is Ken Edwards. My mom is having a coughing fit right now, so she had to leave the room. So hope she's okay. But, sorry, Mom. But she was, as she's dying in a coughing fit, she's kind enough to leave the room so it doesn't disrupt my video. That is selflessness at its finest. I'm sure she's okay. But if she's not, I won't post this video. This is Tanala. This is actually Ken Edwards. he is the king of Tanola pottery, and it's so beautiful. We got actually 3 pieces that match this. It was 25% off, so this was like $7, but we got 3 pieces of it. I'm having a really hard time not collecting this, but it was beautiful. And then same type of pottery. This is worth nothing, but look at how cool it is. A little creepy, slightly creepy, but just so beautiful, detailed. Like somebody made this with their hands. For someone like me who is not artistic, that is very hard to comprehend. Okay, we got these 2 little guys. I think they're somewhat valuable, but I just loved them because they're salt and pepper shakers. They're made in Italy. My mom would know the maker, but they're little salt and pepper shakers. Like, how amazing is that? Look at those. So cool. Oh, almost broke the cheapest thing I have on the table. Okay, so got that out of the way, we did stop at this little mini estate sale beforehand. First thing I saw when I walked in was this. No markings, just a little metal trinket tray. And so I grabbed it. It was $1. Like I said before, our favorite part is like going home and like looking it all up. So we looked it up, and here's this guy. My mom was very excited about this. It is not the most valuable thing we've ever had, but the name was very exciting. So that's what this is. Okay, so I'm just kind of like going back and forth because I'm doing whatever I have in front of me. So you know Amberina, sometimes slightly valuable, but not so much. But isn't it the coolest? This is a little votive holder. It's chipped. I can feel it with my own fingers. But my mom got this at Goodwill. I don't know. It's so cool. Mid-century stuff is like literally where it's at. Speaking of mid-century, we were at a thrift store and I had this whole cart full of stuff. And my mom came and I'm like, oh, look at this. It's milk glass. We don't usually do milk glass because milk glass is like 1 in a million. And I love it. I've always loved milk glass, but it's just not very unique. Typically, it's not very valuable. There's a lot of it out there. This, however, I saw and I said to my mom, we don't do milk glass. And she's like, that we do. So here it is. In all its glory, this little decanter, made of milk glass, of course. So I looked it up. I'm gonna show you what I saw. It's not valuable. And my mom knew that. And she was like, I don't care. We're taking it home because it's incredible and it needs a good home. So this is what I found. It's worth about $30. We paid, I don't know, like $7 or $8 for it. It was highly overpriced by my standards of milk glass, but it deserved a good home because it's beautiful and lovely and amazing. At that same thrift store, okay, this is mostly what I wanted to show you about this thrift store. Thrift stores use and abuse beautiful vintage items, and I get what they're doing. They have high volume, whatever. But we also got 2 bags of glassware. Yes, I said it, bags of glassware, because this is how the glassware comes. Bags, in bags. This is Italian crystal, and they sell it by the bag. It is wild. This was $8, and I will show you right now. There it is. Not super valuable for these ones, but beautiful, right? Gorgeous. Sold by the bag. And it breaks my heart to see some of these gorgeous old vintage items that are just cracked and chipped and broken. But you know, I get their thing, but still, it's kind of a bummer. So, speaking of broken items, at the estate sale today, I found well, we found, I won't take full credit. No, I found them. I found these. These are the same glass company. I don't know if you remember, I posted the like polo players. It was like gold and turquoise. So these are the same glass company. I believe it is actually 22 karat gold. These were 75 cents each, and there were all different shapes and sizes. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna load up on it because it's amazing and it's beautiful and it's valuable. Well, I was trying to take too many things at once, and I dropped and shattered a bunch of glasses. And I laugh because it's wildly embarrassing. Even with the wild animals of an estate sale, if you drop and shatter vintage glassware at an estate sale, it is embarrassing. And Mean Lady was there for it. So that was unfortunate. Anyway, this is what I got. I got tons of it, not enough of it because I broke some of it, but we did get these. They are valuable. I'll put it up on the screen. Now keep in mind when you see these comps, usually you want to look for sold items. So people can list things for whatever they want. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get it. I could list that glass for $1 million, but what it really comes down to is what someone's willing to pay for it. And it's interesting because I was just talking about the fact that value does not equate to coolness, because I have bought some really cool things that I'm like, this has got to be worth $100,000. And it's like, $12. Like, okay, I'll keep it. So speaking of that, here's an example of that. This is mid-century West Coast pottery. These were $2.99 each, and they're little taper holders, but it's a set. There's 2 taper holders. Please don't let me break stuff. And this little console table centerpiece thing. They all go together. Like I said, it's West Coast pottery. It's mid-century. This set is probably worth like $30, and I feel like it should be worth $1 million because look at it. It is so cool. Honestly, like I think I'm going to become that person that just has like all this weird stuff, and I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know where to put this. I ran out of room. So that's that. But it's an example of like cool things that just have almost no value. How about this cool guy? I laugh because he's weird. He has little short legs. He's worth, I'll put it up on the screen. I looked him up. He's worth almost nothing, but he means everything to me. He has sentimental value in my heart. Look at him. All right. Okay, so let's talk Batosi. So my mom brought a piece of god-awful pottery into my home, cracked, chipped, looking like hell, and she was excited. I'm like, I don't get it. It's brown. It looks awful. And she whispered the word to me, Batosi. And I'm going to show you some Batosi right now. Yes, that's it. That's what she brought into my house, looking like it's seen better days, looking like the oldest thing that has ever graced these floors. And that's what it's worth. So there you go. Good for Batosi. However, also good for us because my mom also brought this into my home today. And yes, she whispered the word. It's made in Italy. This one is actually acceptable to me. I will allow it. All right, we're good. So now I'm going to speak our language, not Batosi. I'm speaking Pyrex. So this bad boy showed up on the cart at Goodwill. Not only did this bad boy show up, but 9 of its best twin brothers showed up with it, and they were $10 for all of them. Yes, it is Pyrex. It's a platter. And These platters sell for about $15 each. Let's see, we'll pull one up. Yeah, that was a find. I got super excited. Honestly, like, it was exciting. It was a really good moment for me. Same moment I had when I was walking out of that same Goodwill and I saw a majestic, beautiful scene next to me. I cannot believe I didn't see it, but when I saw this, I thought, 1, I don't care who makes that. 2, I don't care how old it is. 3, I don't care how much it is worth. I am buying it. And I bought it. It was $2.99. And it was this beauty right here. It is a mama and baby unicorn teapot. This is Fitz and Floyd. It was made in 1981. It's in beautiful condition. It was just literally sitting there, like waiting for someone to take it home, and I ignored it for an hour. Here's what this guy just sold for. And yeah, like I said, I don't care if it was worth everything or nothing. That bad boy was coming home with me. So I have so many other things. I don't have enough time to show you, but I want to end with my favorite thing, and that is things that my mom and I hate that the other one has gotten. So my mom walks in. She said, well, first of all, this has a price tag that says $6, but it was $1.99. It was at Goodwill. Oh, my mom just reminded me that I forgot literally the most important thing. Okay, rewind. This is our crowning glory. My mom purchased it. It's no stack of Pyrex, but it's worth more than a stack of Pyrex. And it is absolutely magical and probably one of the great loves of my life. You ready? Here she is. So, I do not like Salvation Army. I think they are wildly overpriced, and I don't like the selection, but they were holding this baby. They had her on a shelf mixed with old, ugly glass, run-of-the-mill vases that you get on Valentine's Day from the florist. And here she was, just hanging out in all her beauty for like $7 or $8, which is expensive, but here is what she sells for. So yeah, another thing that I am literally obsessed with. I would keep it for myself if it weren't valuable. So, oh, I have one more thing. I am all over the place. So I got this for Alyssa. I decided that I'm buying Alyssa ashtrays because it's funny. But I thought this was really funny, like, because this is so not her style. So I got her this and she was like, oh, that's funny. And she's like, actually, I'm going to bring this out when I have guests and say that I'm bringing out the fine china. I just heard her laughing upstairs. Okay. I forgot one more thing. This reminded me of it because this was an Alyssa thing. I introduced her to an artist, designer called Anna Lee. You might know Anna Lee because you've seen the weirdness out in the world. Anna Lee started making these stuffed creatures. It started like mid-century and goes into 2000s, so it's not all super old, but I just showed Alyssa what these look like and she was horrified. And you're going to be too if you haven't seen this before. I have a bunch of these. I have some elves and a Santa Claus, but these are particularly horrifying. These are literally what nightmares are made of. But I love them because I love weird shit. Am I allowed to say shit on YouTube? I don't know. Anyway, I love weird stuff. Okay, back to my mom's terrible taste. So she brings in this platter and she's like, yeah, so I really like this. It's super broken and damaged and not that old, but I love it.
It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian. Anything Italian, she will make time for. So this is what she brought. Notice like the horrific cracks. No, wait, it gets better. This is the back of it. So we're gonna file that under horrible things my mom bought. But I felt I should make it even. So I got something I knew she would hate. I know it's not valuable. I'm actually gonna show you a picture of what it's knocking off, basically. But there is an 8-year-old girl in me that loves all things shiny. And this just fulfilled that need for 99 cents. I'll probably give it to my niece and she's gonna love it. Actually, I'm gonna put it in her Easter basket. It's this monstrosity. My mom saw it and she just about died in horror. She hated it even more than I thought she would. So here's what this was supposed to be. Yeah. Anyway, so that's our weekly thrift haul. We have so much more stuff, but we're going garage selling tomorrow. So we will share our haul tomorrow and let you know all the amazing things we got.